Hey guys, welcome to Boulder, Colorado. My name is PEDRO FERNANDEZ, and today we're going to be making an original epic barbecue chicken pizza. Let's cover some key points on our oven. So we want it set at 500 degrees. We want the hearth temperature to be anywhere from 525 to 550. We have the center of our oven, which is known as our start zone. This is where we start our original crust pizzas. We cook them there for approximately a minute. Closer to the flame is going to be our sweet zone, the hottest part of the oven. And the sides where we finish our pizzas is known as the finish zone. When we cook our pizzas, we want to have a 10 to 12 inch high flame. Let's talk about our dough. One important fact is we want to keep it covered with a plastic tray instead of a lid to prevent airflow. When we get a lot of airflow, our dough is going to dry. Once it's dry, we can't really use it. Another important thing is we want it to be perfectly proof from 65 to 70 degrees prior to hand stretching. In order to have that, we constantly need to think about dough during the day, keeping in mind that it takes 3 hours for it to get to that temperature from the point it comes out of the walk-in. So let's go ahead and temper our dough and see where it's at. Alright, our dough is perfectly proof. I think we're ready to make a delicious barbecue chicken pizza, don't you? Let's go. So let's start off by grabbing my dough. I'm going to be very careful with it to preserve its shape. I'm going to cover it in flour, both sides. Add a little bit of flour to our makeup table. Remember, less flour equals less sweeps to the oven. I'm going to make a 1-inch rim. Being careful not to use the tips of my finger. Then I'm going to press the air out from the center using the palm, and again, not the tips. Now I'm going to stretch it to 13 inches, and I want to make sure that my knuckles are right underneath the rim. After that, I'm going to stretch it again, 13 inches. Then I'm going to toss it in the air 1 to 2 times. Alright. Alright guys, so when we're dealing with our dough, we don't want to overhandle it. That way we have our nice even bottom and it doesn't come out thin or translucent. Okay. So now I'm going to start off with adding 1 ounce of our sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. I'm going to spread it all over the bottom, being very careful not to get it on the rim. Remember, our pizza oven is very hot, so if it goes over the rim, it's going to burn in our oven. Now I'm going to add half an ounce of our smoked Gouda cheese, evenly distributing it all over our pizza. Remember, it's only half an ounce, so we want every bite to have a taste. Now I'm going to do 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. Same idea as the sauce. We don't want to get it over the rim because it's going to burn in our oven and give us those nasty eyelashes. Now we're going to add 1 ounce of our red onion rings with a 1/8 inch speck. So when I add these, I'm going to randomly distribute them, not place it, so it gives us our rustic look. Then we want to do 3 ounces of our barbecue chicken. Same idea as our onion. So when I was talking about our cheese, we want to be careful not to get over the rim. But our chicken and our onions will be okay if they get a little bit over that rim. It's going to add on to giving us that rustic look. It looks like our epic barbecue chicken pizza is ready to be baked. Before that, I'm going to check it one more time. Make sure that I don't have any cheese on the rim and that our pizza is 11 inches, nice and round. Alright, looks good. Let's add it to our oven. I'm going to start it in our start zone and cook it there for approximately 1 minute or until our rim, our crust rises. Then I'm going to move it to the finish zone and cook it there until we have that nice, beautiful golden brown color. You know what? I think one of our customers is going to be very happy today. Alright, once it comes out, you want to check that nice golden brown color all around. You can pick it up with your fingertips. It's perfectly cooked. That way when I cut into it, it's going to have that nice crunch to it. Make sure that it fits perfectly in my plate. Just like that. I'm gonna garnish it. 1/2 ounce of our delicious barbecue sauce. Then I'm gonna add 1/2 table of our cilantro, 1/4 inch cut, all around our pizza. Looks beautiful. Right guys, there you have it. Delicious barbecue chicken pizza. I'm gonna make a California flatbread. For this, I'm gonna be using a 5 ounce dough, and remember, it has to be proof from 65 to 70 degrees. So I'm gonna carefully grab my dough and I'm gonna place it on our baking table. I'm gonna use a pizza wheel to cut it in half. Then I'm gonna round the tips so when I press it, it doesn't come out pointy. Alright, now I'm gonna take it to the back where we have our somerset. Start pressing our California flatbread. I'm gonna do a light spread. Grab my dough and flip it. Stretch it to 10 inches by 1.5. And when I've placed these here, I want them to have 3 inches of space in between them. Then I'm going to do another light spread over the dough. I'm going to press them for 2 seconds. Alright, so our flatbread should have the spec of 12 inches by 3.5 to 4 inches. Yeah, just like so. Alright. Then we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of rice flour. Transfer it to our tray. Alright. And when we par bake them, we're going to par bake them for approximately 20 seconds. Now I'm going to show you how to do a 13-inch par baked thin crust. I'm going to start off, we're doing a light spray on our somerset. I'm going to carefully grab my dough and place it in the center. I'm going to press the air out, making sure I maintain that round shape and uniform thickness. Do another light spray 10 inches above, and I'm going to press it for 8 seconds. Okay. So we want to make sure that we have our 14 inches. And then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of our rice flour. Spread it. So after we cooked our flatbread and our thin crust, this is what we want to have. We want to make sure that it's lightly brown. We turn over our thin crust. It's not overcooked or crispy. Our edges are soft. So when we bake our pizza in the oven, our edges aren't going to burn or crack when we cut it.